Good.
It's still warm out there. So.
Tyler said yesterday that you guys have been working a little bit more 7-on-7 just to get the receivers some better thoughts.
Well, I mean, I think we get a little extra time at it this week. Coming into it, you really had an extra day. Really not extra day, kind of a half a day of practice. An organization, a lot of times on a Sunday, you're coming in and reviewing from the previous game, really touching on the beginning of the game plan, cleaning some things up. And, this week we got to take care of that last Friday. So, we got to come in on the staff, we had the game plan ready, and on Monday we were coming in full go for practice 1 on the game plan.
So, receivers holding on to the ball better this week?
They're working at it. We'll see. I guess it's a little bit easy. If it's just you in a drill by yourself, it should be a little bit easier than if you have on national television with 60,000 people cheering in the stands.
Has it been crisp? Have the quarterbacks been crisp? Have they been
I feel pretty good. The quarterback's been throwing the ball pretty well. It's just, and it's not just the receivers because they made some not great catches during the game. It's the total focus of the team of where you got to stay focused. I mean, you have the opportunity to go out there and guys are playing 40 plays a game. I mean, you better be completely focused for your 40 plays to be right on the mark.
How confident do you feel putting Tyler on the field in that kind of environment on Saturday?
Just as confident as I would put him on the field anywhere else. I don't think that's much of an issue really to the quarterbacks. The noise becomes a factor, but as far as confidence in a quarterback, to me, that's not. Tyler's been in big game situations before, and he's been in live games and SEC games already, so I think he'll be ready to go.
Do anything to simulate that noise today or this week?
Every day. We do. I'm a big believer. When you play on the road, you do. It's just the crowd noise blares the entire practice. So, if some people do it for one drill or for one day, they'll work the crowd noise. We do it every period of every day, just so it's a constant.
Talked about last
week. Frustrating too. It can get you on. You get a little edgy coming off the field as a coach. Maybe the crowd noise blaring in your ear for 2 hours of practice.
You talked about you were going to look at some stuff from last year's game and try and take some things from last year's game against LSU. You guys have a chance to do that as a team, and I guess what are some things you're looking to take away from that loss?
Yeah, don't turn the ball over 4 times. You have an opportunity to make a play, make the play. The game's on the line. At the end of the game, there are some plays to be made, and I'm not just talking about the last 2. There's about 5 plays before that. There's a block in the perimeter that if we block, we score on that play. If we don't turn the ball over 4 times, and we don't give up a 97-yard punt return for a touchdown, we might win by 21 last year. Little things like that we try to take away from the game.
After a loss like Auburn, things like this can define you as far as from a leadership standpoint. You talk about your team being young. Has anybody kind of stepped up or surprised you this week from on the roster?
You know what? No, our seniors know how to work in our team. I give them credit. Since I've been here, they respond well to that. They always come back right back out and get to work. And I think this team has very high expectations for themselves. And so I know that yesterday you could see our first real get after a practice after the game. A little bit of disappointment still in them, but today they're right back focused, back to work.
Do we read anything into Arceo Clark being in on that last drive and being one of you guys that it seems like you feel confident in? And he made a couple of catches Thursday night.
Yeah, he did a nice job. I feel when you look at our top 6 receivers right now, I feel confident. We don't. I'm not in a panic of which one of the 6 is on the field at specific times. To me, is one that. No one stepped up big enough to just say, wow, that guy is the go-to guy. He's going to make every play out of that group. And also, none of them have really gone the other way and said, I don't trust this guy being in the game. So, to me, it's a pure rotation.
What are you guys concentrating on for the rest of the week here? What's the schedule like?
We did a regular week where, Monday was a Tuesday. Today was a Wednesday practice. And we usually... Thursday is still a regular Thursday, so tomorrow's our bonus practice to get in there and tidy some different things up and make some corrections within the game plan and review, and we'll go back and we have a practice schedule set, but we'll meet with the staff and just see what we think we need a little extra work on, and we'll add that and add and delete to tomorrow's practice to get it all cleaned up.
You said you gave them the weekend off, except for the weight room and some other things. But what did you see? Monday and today, was there some stuff you needed to clean up, or was there some balls that got dropped, or were you happy with what they came back with?
I think anytime you guys get into such a routine during the season that when you go, we came in and just lifted on Friday and watched the film and lifted on Friday. So you haven't been on the field Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and you don't get back out there until Monday afternoon. It really 4 full days since they played the game almost. I think just it takes a little while to get the parts oiled up and get going. So yesterday's practice started slow, but I think we looked a lot better today.
Good one more. Can you talk about what Derek Sherrod has meant to you? I think coming from your earlier, you said you were lucky to have him when you got here.
Yeah, you're not going to... Derek Sherrod is what you're looking for. Just a tremendous worker, very talented football player, very focused on doing his job and trying to improve himself on a daily basis. He's a college graduate. He's what you look for. And, if you can prototype an offensive lineman for me, it's Derek Sherrod. And, in a program full of guys like that, we'll be a great team. Those are the type of players that we look for, that we want to recruit as far as on and off the field abilities.
We found him over the years to be one of the most bland interviews of the bunch. Has he said anything memorable since you've been around him?
No, he can be kind of funny sometimes, but he's not the outspoken one. He's a great leader by example for us. He's not a great vocal leader, as I'm sure you could imagine. That's just not him. He's not a rah-rah guy. But you want to watch somebody work with an intensity in the off-season, but also at practice, every single rep. He's going to practice with unbelievable intensity. And that's really, when it gets down to it, that's what you want in a player.
Do you see a pro future for him?
I'd be. He one of the best tackles, or best offensive linemen I've ever been around, and I've ever had the opportunity to be on a staff with and coach. So, and a lot of those guys have gone on to play. So I think he's got a bright future ahead of him.
That's good.
Yeah.